Welcome back and thanks for your patience. This is part 4 of the tutorial on making these hexagon fidgets here. And in the last installment, we had been putting this together. This is going to be the cell that we're going to be making the fidget from. I have everything grouped together. I have 3 ears around each side of it here, and I have 3 slots. So let me show you what this is going to look like. If I take a duplicate of this and I nudge it over, we'll move it over till there's a small gap in between. Let's come down here. Let's change the snap grid down to 0.1. Okay, now if I make that transparent, you can kind of see what's going on here. We want to make sure that when we're designing this, that there are tolerances or gaps between the slots and these ears that stick out. There's a gap between the hexagon and the back of these little ears or tabs as well. So everything will move freely, and when you print this, you don't want anything to stick together. And these have been designed in such a way that they should print without any supports at all. Obviously, when you get a bunch of these together, you wouldn't be able to do supports. So now let's do the part of this where we're going to create basically the larger fidget here. And if you notice on this one here, there's 5 across the middle, then 4, then 3. So let's do a little bit of wave duplication. Let's bring this one over here. Okay, I'm going to grab a duplicate of that, and just using the cursor keys, I'm going to shift nudge or nudge this over here till I have a proper gap in between the two. That's a little bit too much. There's just a little bit less than 1 millimeter there. Okay, and while that's still selected, I'm going to hit Control D a couple more times. Let's make one more. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the side here. I'm going to grab all 6 of these. I'm going to hit Control D or duplicate again. Now these, I'm going to begin shifting to the left here and down a bit. So let's zoom in here. Let's make sure it's centered between. You see the tip of this here that we're looking at? Nope. Let's change this to off. There we go. Okay. Let's shift nudge these over. And again, we want to make sure there's a big enough gap in between each one of these cells. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. And while those are still selected, don't select away, I'm going to hit Control D a couple more times. And I think that should be enough. Now we're going to begin deleting a few that we don't need. So down the middle here, I need 5. So I can click on this one, I can get rid of that. On this row, I need 4. This row, I need 3. This row, I need 4, so I can delete those 2. And I can delete all of those. All right, so now that's what we're left with, but notice that on these outside ones, they have the slots and the tabs on them, and we need to remove those. So we're going to begin using the hide-unhide feature here. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to zoom out a bit. I'm going to lasso select all of those. I'm going to shift deselect this bottom one, and on this bottom one, I need to get rid of these 2 tabs and this slot. So first I'm going to deselect it. While the others are selected, I'm going to hit Control H to hide. I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to ungroup. I'm going to click on an ear, delete that. I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to delete this slot. I'm going to reselect everything, and I'm going to regroup it. Shift Control H to bring everything back. And we're just going to keep repeating that. So I'm going to grab everything again, Notice on this one here, I need to get rid of just one tab and one slot. So I'm going to deselect that cell. Control H to hide. I'm going to select it. I'm going to ungroup. Going to delete the tab. Delete the slot. I'm going to reselect everything. And I'm going to regroup again. Shift Control H. Bring everything back. Select them all again. This one, I have two slots and a tab, so I'm going to deselect it. Going to hide those others. Ungroup. Delete that, and delete that, and regroup. And I'm just going to keep repeating that same process. So I'll do that real quick, and then I'll come back. All right, now we've removed all of the extraneous slots and tabs off of all of these. We can look at any one of these. We'll zoom in here and make this one transparent, for instance. We can see down inside of there. Double check that all of our tolerances are going to work when we print this. Look at this one here, make that transparent. Everything looks good. So now we can just simply select all of these together, do a quick group, and when it resolves, it's going to look like this, all ready to print. We can look down on top of these and see all of those slots and tabs. So there you have it. I hope you guys were patient and enjoyed all 4 parts or episodes of this particular tutorial. As always, like, follow, repost, good for the algorithm, add to your favorites. If you have any comments, you know where to drop those, or if you have ideas for other good TinkerCAD tutorials or things you guys want to know about, drop me a DM, let me know about those. In the meantime, I hope some of these tips and techniques are helping you guys make your own projects in TinkerCAD. As always, happy tinkering!